I've always seemed to have an interest in automobiles. I can probably blame this on my dad, who has been working on cars ever since he was a teenager. It's safe to say that I grew up around cars. In this photo are he and I with his 1973 Corvette in the background. I want to invite you to learn more about the history of the Corvette. The first Corvette was produced in 1953 by Chevorlet, a division of General Motors. It was named after a battleship that was known for being small and maneuverable. During what was considered the first generation of the Corvette, which was 1953 to 1962, there were a few exterior design changes, as well as mechanical upgrades to rival the Ford Thunderbird. 1963 marked the second generation of the Corvette. Corvette generations are abbreviated with the letter C followed by the generation number. C2 models were produced between 1963 and 1967 and are commonly referred to as the Stingray. For the first time in the Corvette's history, a non-convertible edition, also known as the Coupe, was created. 1963 was the only year split-window coupes were made. After battles between engineers and designers, it was agreed upon that the window needed to be one piece of glass which did not block rear-view vision. The other most notable change for second-generation Corvettes were the hidden headlights, which would be used in the next three generations. In 1968, the third generation was introduced and had the longest lifespan of any other generations, past and present. The third generation of Corvettes introduced the removable roof panels on coupe models known as T-tops. As with previous generations, C3 models received quite a few design changes that make it somewhat difficult to tell them apart. Most of the design changes were variations from the previous model. During the 1973 and 74 models, government regulations forced General Motors to replace chrome bumpers with essentially plastic bumper covers. Starting in 1980, the Corvette received a more aerodynamic design, which would carry on into the next generation. 1983 is technically the start of the fourth generation of the Corvette. However, there are no models released to the public due to quality issues and delays. But that being said, a 1983 Corvette exists but is owned by General Motors and is publicly displayed at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Although this generation of Corvettes started looking similar to other GM vehicles, the Corvette specifications started to revert to its sports car roots with improved power and performance. In 1997, the Corvette entered another generation with more aerodynamic and power improvements. 2004 marked a turning point in the Corvette's history, as carbon fiber was introduced as an option, replacing fiberglass parts due to its weight difference and durability. 2005 marked the sixth generation for the Corvette, where Chevrolet reintroduced the exposed headlights for the first time since they disappeared in 1963. Many car enthusiasts speculate that this Corvette seems to have a European influence, as the appearance and specifications rival high-end exotic sports cars with lower aerodynamic profiles and top speeds approaching 200 miles per hour. The sixth generation is set to expire on the Corvette's 60th birthday in 2013 to introduce the next generation Corvette. The seventh generation Corvette was unveiled at the 2013 Detroit International Auto Show. The new Corvette design has been given a more aggressive look which focuses on a younger generation of car enthusiasts and was even released as an add-on to the video game Gran Turismo 5. The new Corvette follows the exposed headlight trend from the C6 model. However, with the new Corvette, Chevrolet pays homage to the Corvettes of the past with the Stingray edition, and there's even a rumor that buyers could see an option for a split-window coupe. Over the years, the Corvette has seen a lot of changes. It is apparent that General Motors stands behind their American muscle car and works to keep it on the cutting edge of style and performance.